Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today I'll be unboxing the Cities of Sigmar Spearhead for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Within this box set we get 17 miniatures, which you can see on the front here. You get a mix of cavalry, infantry and the cannon over here. And you've got more details on the back. So you can see you get the Ironweld Great Cannon, Freeguild Cavalier-Marshal. You get 10 Freeguild Steelhelms and 5 Freeguild Cavaliers. So you've got a nice mix of infantry and cavalry in this kit, which is perfect for painting and gaming alike. Without further ado, let's take a look inside. So in the box, you get an instruction booklet. You can see you've got the cannon sprue for the cannon here. This looks like the infantry sprue. And then you've got your sprue for the different cavalry units, the marshal and just the normal cavalry. So this looks like the sprue for the marshal, as you can see from the scenic base. And then this looks like the sprue for the ordinary cavalry. You also get a host of bases, so these look like 25mm, although they could be 28. You get some oval ones, a larger oval one for the marshal, a round one, or a large round one, and you get a mix of transfers on these transfer sheets. So you can see here you've got sort of the different cities of Sigmar and borders. Greywater Fastness, Settlers Gain, Excelsis, Misthaven, I think, Vindicarum, Hammerhall, 2 Hammerhalls, Tempestai, The Living City, Lefis, Hallowheart. You've also got a few Sigmarite cults and Cavalier heraldry, along with some miscellaneous heraldry. So you've got a nice mix, so you can really personalise your own Cities of Sigmar army and make it look how you want. So we're going to look at it unit by unit, going through the instruction booklet. You can see here the different sprues are laid out. So A is the marshal, B is the infantry, B is the cavalry, C is the cannon, and D is the infantry. As before, you've got 25mm round bases, 60mm oval and 75mm oval. Start by looking at the marshal. So you can see here by the instructions you want to build up the horse and the base first. So you put the body together, then you put the tail and the head together, and the saddle as well, and you build up the accessories here. Then you want to build up sort of pieces go on the side, so you know, the hammer and saddle packs. Then you build up the marshal, so you've got the torso with the legs, your arms, cape and head. So you've got a couple of head options to choose from to give yourself a bit of variety. So let's have a look at the sprue for this now. So you can already see all of the detail on the model, so all the folds in the muscles, detailing on the mane and the tail, and the chainmail here. Done a really good job of this. It's quite incredible the amount of detail they've managed to cram in. So we're going to have a quick look for mould lines. I struggled to find any. They are probably there, but they're really faint. So the most obvious place to look would be on here, and you really can't see them. So yeah, cleaning this up should be really quick and easy to do. Next up is the Cavaliers. So you can see here you've got a lot of interchangeable parts to work with. You've got different heads that you can build, different arms, shields, And you can see more of them on the back here as well. Even the manes, by the looks of it, no, the tails of the horses are interchangeable. So you start off building up the legs of the horses, which each come in 2 pieces, as you can see here. And then those can be used with any top half of the model. So here you can see you've got options for a champion and the standard bearer. So to build these, you start by building up the top of the horse and the body of the rider. And then you follow through building up each piece of the horse. And then your ordinary warriors, cavaliers even, are the same principle as well. You build up the torso of the rider and attach it to the top. You end up with something like this. So, champion now. You have a choice of building as a normal cavalier or a champion. You can see you've got a slightly more ornate helmet and sword than just your ordinary cavalier. And you also have a variation for the standard bearer, which you can build as a normal cavalier, which you can see here. Again, you build up the banner, so you've got the arm and the top piece. Attach it to the rider with the head and sword. Alternatively, you can just build up the axe and the head. And then the rest of your warriors are very, very simple. You've just got the head and the arm to attach, and you end up with something like this once you've done your shield and tails. And then also you can see where you use each of the transfer sheets as they show here. So let's have a look now at the sprues for the riders. So you can see the first sprue here, and then there are 2 more pieces here as well. So this has sort of pieces of your command, your banner, by the looks of it, possibly the sword of the marshal, not the marshal, the champion. So again, you've got really crisp, clean details. You've got well-defined muscles on the horses. You can see the chainmail. These are really gorgeous models. You see all the detailing on the weapon. So for painters, these are such gorgeous models. So much detail. And let's try and see if we can spot those mould lines whilst we're here. They are there. You can vaguely, really faintly make them out on the legs of the horses. So again, cleaning these up should be really easy to do. Let's have a look at the other sprue. Again, you can make out easily which parts of the horses are which. So by the looks of it, this will be one part, one horse. You've got 1, 2, piece 4, piece 6. So they're loosely grouped together. And again, you've got the same detailing as on the other riders. So now we're going to have a look at the Freeguild Steelhelms. So these are sort of your basic infantry for your Cities of Sigmar. And you can see them here. You've got options for a champion again and a standard bearer. So you start off by building up the legs and the torso. Then you do your arms and your head. You've also got the shield and accessories here. The same if you build this variant. Standard bearer, much the same. Legs and body and torso. Then you do your arms, building up the banner, and you've also got a little trumpet for him as well. Alternatively, you could just build him as a regular Steelhelm, which you can see here. You've also got a battle priest that you can build up, which you can see here, and again, it is much the same as the others. Body and legs, then arms and your head. Following on from this, you've now got your regular Steelhelms, and you've got some head options to choose from. So again, legs, torso, arms and head, and it's pretty much the same for all of them. You end up with a unit something like this. So let's have a look at the sprue for this now. So you can see, again, it's similar in appearance as you'd expect to the Cavaliers. You've got same level of detail, all the crisp folds in the cloth, the sort of clean lines of the weapons, the intricacy of the chainmail. Really, really beautiful models. You can see all the wood grain as well, so that's perfect for holding washes or contrast paints, if that's how you decide to paint these. So these are absolutely stunning, and you've got a nice amount of variety in your kits as well, so that no squad needs to look the same. Even the backs of the shields you can see here, got the lovely wood grain effect. So let's look for mould lines now. So these are really, really faint once again. You might be able to make them out on the legs, but it's really, really hard to focus on them. And to be honest, they're quite hard to see in person as well. Maybe you can make it out there, but they are really, really faint. So they've done a really good job of getting rid of the mould lines from these models. Finally, we're going to take a look at the Ironweld Great Cannon. So as you can see here, your first step is to build the cannon. So you build up the sort of main bulk of it, which you've got here. Then you start assembling the cart as well, with all the sort of extra details on like this. Once that's done, you've got the big sort of wooden shield part of the front, along with your iron handles. Once that's done, you attach it to the base. With it, you've got a couple of crewmen as well. So you can see here, they're very simple to build, just like the Freeguild Steelhelms. You've got a couple different options that you can go with. So you can either go at the top here, like this, or you can follow through with this one. So your cannons can look different as well. Then you've got the second crew member, who is either drinking or loading it, depending on which version you prefer to build. You've also got a few accessories that you can add, which you can see here. So you've got a lot of character built into the cannon. So let's have a look at the sprue for that now. So it's a smaller sprue than it was before, we've seen before. Again, you can make out all the lovely wood grain effect of the cannon, all the different intricate details of the metalwork, these tiny chains. And let's have a look at the other piece as well. So you can just see the amount of detail on the front here. Such an iconic centerpiece, and a couple of these in your army would look fantastic. And again, you've got the crisp folds of the crew. So again, we're going to look for mould lines, and they're slightly more prominent than on regular warriors. I don't know if you can make them out on the camera, but they are still very, very faint despite being a little bit more noticeable. So these kits are fantastic. Mould lines are so faint that it's just going to be such a pleasure to build them, I think. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get your own Games Workshop products, then and you're in the EU or UK, head over to Element Games using the link in the description below. You get generally around 15% off all your Games Workshop products. I get a 5% kickback at no extra cost to you for every purchase you make through that link as well. as it drops a cookie in your browser letting them know you've come from me. If you want to support me in other ways as well, you can like, comment, subscribe. This helps me grow as a channel, be seen by more people, and it's always good to hear your feedback as well. Alternatively, you can head over to mythicalmeeples.com or support me on Patreon as well, where you can gain access to extra content, sneak previews, behind the scenes. And once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.